Hello, my darling. Come sit with Granny. Let me tuck you in, nice and warm. Your blanket's all snug? Good. I brewed some chamomile tea just a while ago. The scent always calms my mind. You know, nights like these, quiet, with just the wind humming low against the windows. They always bring back a memory or two. And tonight, I'm going to tell you a spooky little story. Not to scare you, but to wrap you in that cozy, goosebumpy feeling. This happened a long, long time ago. I must have been just about your age, maybe even younger. Back in the house I grew up in, the one with the creaky floorboards and the ivy crawling up the brick. Our bedroom was upstairs, and mine faced the old oak tree that scratched against the glass when the wind picked up. Oh, it used to give me quite the fright until I got used to it. Funny how things become background noise when you live with them long enough. But there was one thing in that room I never quite got used to. The tall mirror in the corner. It wasn't mine. It belonged to my great-grandmother, and my mother said it was special. Hand-carved, she told me. Passed down through generations. It had this ornate wooden frame with roses and vines etched along the top, and the glass had a shimmer to it that made it seem deeper than it was. You know how mirrors just show reflections? Well, this one felt like it showed a little more. I didn't like looking at it after dark. During the day, it was fine. It caught the sunlight and made the room look brighter. But at night, something about the way the moonlight hit it, it always seemed like something was watching. I used to throw a blanket over it when Mama wasn't looking. She'd scold me when she found it covered, saying I was being silly. But I wasn't trying to be disrespectful. I just felt uneasy. Now, this one night, it was cold enough that the windows fogged up, even though we had a little fire in the stove downstairs. I remember I had just gotten into bed, and the wind was howling something fierce outside. It rattled the glass, and I curled up tighter, pulling the quilt over my shoulders. But the room felt off. I can't quite explain it, sweetheart. It was like the air had shifted, still and thick, like the hush before a storm. No breeze, no creaks, no nothing. And then the mirror moved. I swear on every gray hair on my head. It didn't just creak or tilt. It turned, slowly, just a few inches, like someone had nudged it from behind. My heart froze. I couldn't move, couldn't even breathe. I stared at it, waiting, hoping it was just my imagination. But then I saw it. The reflection didn't match the room. Oh, the dresser was there, the little lamp, the window. But the rocking chair, it was rocking, gently, back and forth. But when I looked at the real chair, sitting across the room, it was still, completely still. I wanted to scream, but no sound came out. I pulled the blanket over my head, like a little turtle hiding in its shell, and I prayed. I prayed harder than I ever had. I must have stayed under there for hours, too scared to peek. Eventually, the room grew lighter. Dawn was slipping in through the curtains, and I dared to lift the blanket. Everything looked normal. The mirror was back in place. The reflection matched. I thought maybe I dreamed it. Maybe it was a bad trick played by my sleepy brain. But when I told Mama, she looked at me, really looked, and asked me if I'd touched the mirror. I told her no. She nodded, real slow, and said, "Then you best keep your prayers strong. That mirror doesn't like being watched." After that, she let me cover it at night, never said another word about it. Years later, when we moved, she left that mirror behind, said some things, were best left to the past. Now, I don't tell you this to scare you, my darling. I tell you because sometimes we sense things others don't, and it's okay to trust your gut. If something doesn't feel right, listen. You don't need to explain it to anyone. Your comfort, your peace of mind matters, even if the world says it's just your imagination. And you know what? Life is like that mirror sometimes. You look into it expecting one thing and something else stares back, but you don't run from it. You sit with it. You breathe through it. You light your little candle in the dark, because fear, it only grows when we ignore it. But when we face it, even if we're shaking, it starts to shrink. You're stronger than you know, sweet pea. And if you ever find yourself afraid in the middle of the night, I want you to remember you're never alone. You can always picture Granny sitting beside you, holding your hand, whispering calm into the silence. Now, before you drift off, I want to tell you something important. Take care of your space, your room, your mind, your heart. Keep it tidy. Keep it sacred. Light a little candle before bed, or say a gentle word to yourself. We protect ourselves in little ways, and those little ways add up to something powerful. I hope this story didn't spook you too much, but if it did, just snuggle deeper into your blankets. Let the rhythm of my voice soothe those jitters. You're safe, you're loved, and you're exactly where you need to be. And sweetheart, before you fall asleep, if this story brought you comfort, if you felt just a little less alone tonight, Granny would be ever so grateful if you subscribe to this channel. It helps me keep sharing my stories, and it lets me know you're out there, listening, wrapped up cozy, just like this. Until next time, my dear, sleep tight, and remember, not all whispers in the dark are scary. Some come from love. Good night, my darling.